Hello and welcome to Elder Scrolls Online Tamriel Unlimited version. They dropped the subscription fee today on the 17th of March 2015. A joyous day for someone like me because I was heartbroken. My heart snapped in half when they announced the game was going to have a subscription fee, because I knew then I was not going to buy it and I was not going to support the game. And I was so happy when they announced that they were dropping it, because I was like, okay. So in February, I bought the game in preparation for the free-to-play. Well, not the free-to-play. You still have to buy the game, but it's pay once, like Guild Wars 2. And this is the first time I'm booting the game up since it's gone free-to-play. So we're going to see what's changed. I barely played the game. I played it a little bit to see what was going on, but I said I was going to wait till the free-to-play launch so more people were playing it, because the game seemed pretty barren, at least at low level. But my first impressions of the game were really good. I really liked it, and I was like, is this why are people saying this sucks? I kind of like this, but I barely played it, so let's have a look. So first thing you've got to do is select your country. Where is it? It's all the way at the bottom. There it is. Oh, the game is now rated PEGI 18. What was it before? I don't know. Was it a 12 or a 16? I don't know. Of course I'm going to accept. Okay, the game has changed to a PEGI 18. I guess I'm not playing it anymore. Of course not. Of course I'm playing it. So, these are the settings. I have everything on max apart from water reflection. Set the audio quickly. Let's turn this up. So turn the music up, because the music is beautiful. So beautiful, which is what you expect from an Elder Scrolls game, really. Okay. So I have these three characters. I have a Dragon Knight who's in this place. I have a Sorcerer who's in that place, and a Nightblade who's in that place. I quite enjoy the Sorcerer and the Dragon Knight. With RPGs and MMOs, I'm quite OCD about picking the right class for me, so I basically make 5 million characters, play them for like a few hours, and I'm like, nah, I go to another character, and I go back and forth between them to make sure I know what I like. But that's just how I do it, because I'm freaking intolerable like that. But we're going to go for this guy, continue with this guy. As you can see, this guy is in the snowy regions of wherever, and this guy's in the deserty regions of wherever. But we're going to play with this guy. So let's go into it. First time logging in since the free-to-play, well, not free-to-play, the subscription fee has been dropped. The game has gone on the top sellers list on Steam, which I'm happy to see. I'm glad people are rewarding them for dropping the subscription fee, because that's a good thing. Okay. Attributes reset. Attributes have been rebalanced in this update to compensate you. All your attribute points have been refunded. Please read the patch notes for a complete list of changes. Many passive and active player abilities have been modified in this update to compensate you. All your skill points have been refunded. Okay. As you can see, here we are in the world of Elder Scrolls Online, and graphically it's maybe a bit outdated, but the art style is very beautiful. It looks beautiful. So beautiful. As you can see, here we are. This is our character in third person. The animations are a bit wonky, a bit clunky, I would say. So, where am I? I don't know. We could check our... how do we check stuff? It's been a while since I've played. Nope. This is my infantry. I've got... One thing I will say about the game, the loot is awesome. You get really cool loot to begin with, which is a big plus. It's a great incentive to keep playing at early levels. You can see... The Crown Store. So I'm guessing they've introduced a lot of microtransactions to compensate for the fact that they have got rid of the subscription fee. So the map is here. Group, guilds, alliance, war, mail. You got mail. For pre-purchasing the game, no I didn't. I didn't do that at all. So what are we doing here? Check out journal. So the Tempest Unleashed. As you can see, very Skyrim-like in terms of the UI. I am doing the Tempest Unleashed, apparently. And I have this equipped. As you can see, 2 daggers equipped. As you can see, the combat is a mixture of Skyrim and MMOE combat, like Guild Wars 2. So you've got your attacks, which you manually do, and you've got strong attacks, which are pretty cool. And you can block, and you can do the block attack. So the first person was an interesting thing for this game. I personally really like it. I use it a lot. I go back and forth between them because that's how I play. As you can see, you just go in first person, back to third person, wherever you want. You will decrease to 3. As you can see, you level up your stuff by actually doing the stuff. As you can see, the draw distance is a bit iffy. It's not the greatest. And I would say the combat is, from what I've seen so far, is very, very satisfying. The attacks feel very powerful. The charge attacks, the animations are great. The spell effects are really cool. For some reason, my UI isn't coming up. Now, this is a problem I've heard about, is that the UI is very unintrusive, and that's a problem because it's, like, not there. It's, like, very not there, so always show, always show, always show, okay? So there we go, now we got our abilities, but that's why we don't have our abilities, we've got to redo them. So I got how many points have we got? We got 6 skill points, so the Dragon Knight has these, as you can see. And unlike other MMOs where you are tied down to a single class and you can't change, and it's fucking annoying because if you pick a class and you're like, oh, well, I don't like this, you've got to remake your character. You don't have to do that. You could just start using a different weapon, which is awesome. So I've been playing around with a few, playing around with a bow, playing around with dual wield, playing with one-handed shield, playing with a bit of everything apart from the restoration stuff. What? I think I'm using the daggers because they're my best weapons at the moment. But we shall get, what should we get? Fiery Grip, which is the get over here scorpion ability. We'll get that. We'll get, what should we get? Stone Fist. Some of the effects are pretty cool. Some of the spells are pretty cool. I'm not sure if they're bog standard or not for MMOs because I haven't played that many MMOs. Searing Strike. And you have skills for specific weapons that you can get. So there's lots of skills, lots of abilities, which is always good. Release your inner dragon. Call forth talons from the ground to deal 304 physical damage. We'll get that. And we'll get that. So now we've got all that stuff on our hotbar. Yeah, hotbar. And you activate them in combat. So let's just go for this. and that didn't work apparently. That's a bit strange. Can we do it? There we go. So you pull them across. Now I find some skills to be more enjoyable to use in first person, and some, you know, different skills are more enjoyable to use in different camera angles, simply because of how the game works. That's the punch ability, or like the strike. Twin slashes increase the rank 2. You can go around killing the wildlife, but you can't kill butterflies. But you can squish them, and then they die, which is very sad. So this is about a couple hours into the game for this character. Not really sure what I'm doing. One thing I'd say about the game's a little bit confusing in terms of, like, direction. I'm like, what am I doing? Where am I going? But I think I'm doing the main missions. Like, after the tutorial, which you can skip on later characters, which is always a good thing in my opinion, you get put wherever your starting area is, and normally you get rescued by someone, because when you come out of the tutorial area, you've been, like, I think you, like, fall in the sea, and then someone rescues you and you wake up, blah blah blah. And then there's like 10 quests you can do in your starting area, or you can go and do your main mission, but I'm not really sure where my main mission is. I think this is the main mission, but I could be wrong. Now, one thing that I do appreciate, and you're about to see right now, is...
You there. The Marma attacked Cat's Eye Key with their Sea Viper forces. We need every able body for the rescue effort.
Voice acting, and very, very well done voice acting.
Huh. A counterattack. I'd settle for an organized defense. Our forces are scattered too thin. If we can't hold the gates, Mistral will fall to the Marma. I'll coordinate Dominion forces from here, but I can't lock down this gate until the survivors clear out of the market. Send them my way. We need everyone...
Okay. So, you may have seen there's quite a lot of texture popping, especially when going up to characters. The textures will, you know, fully pop in, which is unfortunate. It's a bit distracting.
Those Malma pirates came from the water. They're all over Cat's Eye Key. Sea vipers happened. One must have struck me on the head. When I woke, a sea viper was carving strange runes on my bodyguard's skin. I hit that awful pirate with a broken spar and we ran. No, we can still move. We'll head to Mistral if it's safe there. By the 8, it's inspiring to see Dominion soldiers. Maybe Sergeant Firion can pull off her counterattack. The Marine by the gate to Cat's Eye Key plans to strike back at the Sea Vipers. I'm sure she can tell you the details. We'll get moving. Gods grant you strength.
Uh-huh. How many people are here? As you can see, there seems to be a lot more people around. When I was playing it in February there, it felt a bit like a barren wasteland, I would say.
We can't let those Marama pirates reach Mistral.
It's a big kiddie.
I saw great serpents emerge from the waters. Those sea viper cowards made them snap at everyone in striking distance. When I saw my neighbors fall, I ran. What kind of Khajiit am I? You were with Dominion, yes? Your Sergeant Firion plans to strike back. Give those pirate cowards a trouncing. I'll do no such thing. If any of those sea vipers shows a face on this side of the gate, I'll claw it off myself.
Now, one thing that I was very impressed with this game was the side missions are actually quite good. I was surprised about that. They felt like Elder Scrolls side missions. It felt like you could walk off the beaten path and find something crazy, which has always been a big thing in the Elder Scrolls series, and I'm glad the MMO has kept that.
It doesn't matter. If you're in the mood to cave in some sea viper skulls, I don't really care.
So like I said, this is about a couple of hours into the main quest. I think it's the main quest.
We can't wait to cut off the snake's head. We are the Dominion counterattack. I sent my squad to scout Cat's Eye Key. If they haven't learned what the Sea Viper's plan, we can poke around until we figure out what needs chopping. Don't worry, the wizard friend can seal the gate behind us. I'll hold the gate if you think you'll have need for a wizard. Or you could bring a Dominion Marine. Up to you.
So you will get choices that will affect, I guess, the gameplay. I'm not sure how much they affect the actual story, but you will get choices. So I can make you come with me or bring the wizard. Wizard. Think I want a wizard.
Don't take too long. The sooner we hit the Sea Vipers, the sooner we stop their plans.
Okay. I guess we're going in. I don't know why there's a thing there. Is it on this? I don't know. Let's go. Nope, I'm not supposed to go that way. Oh, is it you? No. Is it you? Is it you? No. Is there supposed to be a wizard here? Is this a bug? This isn't good. I think there's supposed to be a wizard here, but there isn't. So as you can see, the game's buggy still. Quite buggy, which is unfortunate. After a year, you'd think the bugs would be ironed out. That's unfortunate. So I guess we'll take her.
You ready to go? I don't know. I'll hold the gate. If you think you'll have, then let's fillet these.
Well then, disappointing. I wanted the wizard. Oh well. God. So I've heard. So I think PvP, first person is fine for PvE, but apparently you'll get slaughtered if you try and do first person in PvP. Now I'm not the biggest PvP person anyway, so that's not a huge deal breaker.
Squad got separated. Nistel and I found Onglord. They hurt him bad. Sea Vipers carved runes in his chest. I grabbed him. Nistel held them off. Hunting Sea Vipers. If you see her, tell her Onglord will be alright.
You've done your part. Get back to Mistral when you can.
So far I don't see... Oh god. A huge amount of changes. Oh bloody hell. Ow. So the combat is very action focused. If you just try and really... If you don't move around, if you don't actually try and block, you may get effed up in the process. As you can see, enemies do respawn and they'll appear out of thin air. You can do a bit of stealth, but it's nowhere near as good as the main series, as you probably would expect. Because stealth, I don't even know how they would do that in an MMO. Oh no. There are Marines' bodies covered in wounds, sword slashes, broken bones, and even a few fang marks. Her weapons are broken.
Oh. Nistel.
Now what you can do is you can kind of open everything. Not everything, but it's pretty cool that you can open quite a few things and find just food in there, stuff. As you can see, some notes. You can look around, open crates, pick off bread off tables. Is that an enemy? No. As you can see, you can go hidden. And you can do stealth. That guy just walked past me. That's strange. As you can see, because it... Ow. Because it is an MMO, they have to make, you know, sacrifices, which is a shame. So as you can see, you can just go into barrels, pick wheat. Exciting, I know, right? Go around, looking around. It feels like maybe I'm just ignorant and stupid, but it feels like an Elder Scrolls game that's online, and I don't know if they've improved it a lot since the release or what, because it seems a lot better than everyone said. That's what I'm gonna say. See, oh, you can steal stuff. Oh yeah, they've introduced a actual stealing mechanic now, so there is like a proper justice system. They didn't have that in, so that's one of the big new things they've added. So that's cool. Make it actually feel more like you're actually in a real world.
A ringing head is bad, but when it remains somewhat head-shaped, that is good, yes? I was in the caves, working, when I heard a strange howling. Then warriors came out of nowhere and struck without mercy. Sea vipers, our pirates. We paid protection through the month and let them put those strange totems in our cave. They've never been in the skooma trade. I meant moon sugar. It hit my head, you see. Our deaths, I suppose? After they killed enough of us, they left the rest of us alone. They knew we wouldn't fight back. They only paid attention to those totems. Well, until they collapsed the cave entrance. Some high elf wizard tried to get in, so they collapsed it. I dove outside, making a... The wizard tried to tell me something, but I couldn't hear him at all. He stuck this paper in my hands and walked off. Here, maybe you can make sense of it. What's that? My ears were ringing. Would you mind repeating the obvious? Wait, don't think me ungrateful. The wizard was looking for another way into the caves. I heard rumors of a secret door by the cliffs, but I never saw it myself.
So, as you can see, this is the melee class. The guy that's focused more on melee abilities, hard impacting abilities. And one thing I've heard about the game is that the content is pretty scattered in terms of quality. Apparently it changes wildly depending on the starting area. So I don't want to log out. Do I want to log out? No, I don't want to log out. Log out. Yes. You cannot log out while you're in combat, even though I'm not in combat, but whatever. You prevented me from logging out. So, I'm going to move over to my main class, which I like the most, and a different area, the snowy areas. Now, if you are going to buy this game, I don't recommend buying it on Steam, because it's 50 quid on Steam. Don't buy it on Steam, buy it somewhere. Buy it on Amazon, because I got it for £15 on Amazon, I think. So I got it pretty cheap. So this is my sorcerer class. As you can see, we're in a snowy area, and this area seems a lot better, which is a problem with the game, because if you want to, if you prefer a certain area in terms of lore or stuff like that, you may find some issues in terms, like I said, of quality being scattered in terms of quality. The quality of content in this area seems a lot better. There also seems to be a lot more players, and the area itself just seems to be a lot more enjoyable to play in. I don't know if that's because it's snowy, but it basically is Skyrim. This is, as you can see, the ruins are the same as Skyrim, which is quite cool, quite novel, I would say. And there seems to be a lot more players in this area. At least last time I played in February. So this guy, even though he's a sorcerer, I can still use a shield and a hammer. And this is a pretty cool hammer I got. So you get really cool loot for completing quests, and this was one of them. Now, so we're going to have to do our skills again. So you got dark magic, Daedric summoning, storm calling, two-handed, one-handed, all that. And I've used destruction staff the most, but I went to one-handed and shield because I got this. But we can go over to quickly try out. Where is it? Try out. Have I got it still? I think so. Should do. One-handed dagger. Maple Inferno staff. Let's equip that, as you can see. We'll get some skills. Crystal shard, get that. Now, I don't know if it's just me, but the skills for the sorcerer seems a lot cooler and a lot more. They seem to flow in combat a lot more than the Nightblade, or not the Nightblade, the Dragon Knight abilities. In case it immobilizes people. You can summon a familiar. Cool down lightning. Wall of elements. So I recommend trying out different classes because, like I said, the quality is scattered. What should we get? So yeah, so when you get your ability, when you level up your ability enough, you get to morph it into something more powerful, and you get a choice: Crystal Blast or Crystal Fragments, which is pretty cool. Let's get this one. So there you go. So I've morphed it into that, and it is a different skill now. Same with this. Mage's Wrath, cooldown lightning. If target enemy's health falls below 20% within 4 seconds, an explosion deals an additional 433 shock damage. Okay. Get this one. So there we go. So this is the sorcerer. And this probably has some of the best range combat in a game an MMO I've played. Feels very impactful. The animations are really cool. You could charge it up, and you feel like a badass mage go boom. I got sneezed. Jesus Christ, I sneezed. Yep. But you feel like a badass mage, which I always wanted that in a game. There's so many games where I've been like, I'm a mage, but I feel like I'm going poof. Poof. But in this, I feel like I'm going Shazam, boom, 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 boom. I feel like a badass. Let's attack the skeleton archer. As you can see, it has some MMO-y gameplay features in terms of, you know, that attack he did had an area of effect and you had to get out of the area, otherwise you got hit by it. So this here was a really cool quest. I'm not going to spoil it, but it was a cool quest. You fought some pretty cool enemies. The actual enemies seem a lot cooler than the actual main series of the Elder Scrolls. Even though they're the same, they've got different effects on them, which make them more interesting. So the quest here is basically to find the missing villagers or to evacuate early. Now, you can't, at least not that I'm aware of, they may have changed it, but you cannot keep track of 2 quests at once, which is quite frustrating. But as you can see here, there is a quest I don't have activated, but it's a quest nonetheless, and I can talk to him.
Curse that Deathclaw. Ate my foot. I had to use my boot and some leather as a tourniquet.
Deathclaw? What is this, Fallout?
I've been tracking the beast for weeks. I call him Deathclaw. I finally caught up.
Is that a reference to Fallout?
Well, it went badly. Now there's a plan. If you bag him, I'll toss you some coin for your trouble. As I made my escape, some stuff fell out of my pack. You should be able to follow what I dropped, like a trail back to his lair. Follow the trail
I think,
when I made my escape. You'll know his lair by the
depending on which Elder Scrolls game you like the most, that may affect which starting area you want to be in. But because this is the Skyrim area, you know, the Nordy, snowy area, I like it a lot because Skyrim is my favourite, I would say. Even though I haven't played enough of Morrowind, I played a few hours of Morrowind, really liked it. Oblivion, I don't think is that great because it's not. But I still really like Oblivion, but it's not that great of a game. But Skyrim is the one I played the most, so I guess that could, like I say, correlate to me liking this area the most.
I've been hunting beasts in the wild of Skyrim all my life. Deathclaw ravaged a couple of herds near Kynesgrove. I took on a contract to end him. I always fulfill my contracts.
Good. So, guess, yeah, that's the quest up there. So that's cool. You can mark, look where the quest is on the compass, and it will say what quest it is, so you don't have to be confused about it. So look over there. It will tell you the objective of the quest. Not sure how many quests I have here. Okay, tracking the game. We'll do this one. Now, you can go on the Nexus mod, the Nexus mods, which I highly recommend going on there if you've got any like Fallout, Skyrim, anything, because you'll probably find something useful. Even if you're not into modding, you may there's some good stuff on there that could make your game more playable, I would say. And you can find stuff like things to tell you where stuff is, things that like, you know, you can have 2 quests tracked at once. Some useful mods that I recommend downloading if you plan on playing this game. You can also get add-ons for the game, which are basically mods, but add-ons to the UI in terms of like a mini-map, just better combat UI, stuff like that, which I recommend looking into. Oh no. Oh dear. Oh dear. So as you can see, there are other players playing. So now is the best time to probably get into a game. That's a Deathclaw? What? What? That's not a Deathclaw. That's not a Deathclaw. How dare you? Deathclaw is a fierce beast. Not some scrawny little bat. So as you can see, not all enemies drop loot like in Elder Scrolls. In Elder Scrolls, when you kill something, it always has something on it. If it's just, you know, some hide or some coin or whatever it was actually using, you can't do that in this game. They won't have the stuff on them. As you can see, the guy has a pet. Oh god, where'd he come from? What's he doing? Where'd he go? I pressed my 1 ability and he ran away. I'm not sure why. As you can see, that's my crystal shard thing. It's got a very cool effect. Charge it up and then you slam it into him.
I'm going to have to head back to town soon, my friend. Lost a lot of blood. How goes the hunt? A hunter with the heart of Iskramor. Here's the coin I promised. I'll sing your praises next time I see the inside of a mead hall. Don't worry about me. I know the way back to town. Wound or no wound.
That quest was completed. That was kind of a lame quest, I gotta admit. Like I said, the quality does differ. Now some of the animations are a little bit... People say it's like a low budget version of Elder Scrolls, and I personally think they're not very intelligent because, as you may know, MMOs cost fucking millions... Oh shit, I'm not doing this. It costs millions and millions and millions and millions and millions to make. Now I'm not saying how much I know this game costs to make, but it cost a lot. They were making it for how long? 7 years? It cost a lot to make. So for people to say it's a low budget version of Elder Scrolls are, in my opinion, slightly unintelligent. But that goes that. Now, do I recommend buying this game? Yes. Because in my opinion, if you liked Elder Scrolls Skyrim, I don't see why you wouldn't like it. It feels like a Skyrim or an Oblivion or whatever in an online universe. As you can see, that guy just leveled up. The quests are really interesting. Some of the quests off the beaten path are really interesting. You get really interesting dialogue. You know, you're intrigued, like, whoa, what's going on here? Like, within like an hour of the game, I was getting the same feeling and experiences from a Skyrim. Just, you would go down a cave and you would find something amazing in Skyrim. That stuff happens in this, at least it has to me. Like, I've done some quests and things have gone apeshit, and I'm like, what the fuck? This is just like, this is awesome. This is just the things that happen in an Elder Scrolls game, and I'm surprised how well they captured the actual feeling of an Elder Scrolls game, because I think they have, personally. For someone who's played 1,000 hours of Skyrim or more, and about 50 hours of Oblivion, which is nowhere near as much, but for someone who's played a lot of Skyrim, they really captured the feel of Skyrim, which is what they were going for. Obviously, they were going for like an Elder Scrolls Skyrim Online. Even though they have the areas from the other games, they were going for more of the feel of Skyrim, you know, in terms of the UI, the combat, stuff like that, the quests.
I'll prepare the town for evacuation. Find as many people as you can and send them.
So I do have a choice here. I can either keep looking for people to rescue, or we could just leave. I'm gonna leave.
Are you sure about this? Anyone we haven't found?
Okay, you made me feel guilty. Okay, we're gonna go find. Oh well, no, we'll just do it. As you can see, that holy no, I was like, how tall are you? She's standing on the head of that.
I'll prepare the
Let's leave.
Are you sure about this? Anyone? All right.
So you can see we've got some awesome loot here.
The deck preserve us all.
A lot better than mine. Some cool effects. You feel like a badass when you get new loot.
The Covenant is here. They've taken the signal fire, and we need to warn the mainland. I need you to carve a path through them and light it. The beacon stands atop the tower just outside town. I'm going to rally the villagers and get them ready to go. Find Chilronny when you're done at the tower. She'll hold the way open. She knows where to go.
So I'm not really sure what the actual main story is, basically, it's weird. I think, at least in Guild Wars 2, which is the only other MMO I've really played, you have to get to a certain level before you can do the main quest stuff. So I'm not sure if that's the same here, but basically, the tutorial introduces the plot of the game, basically, and like what your main quest is, and then you get plopped out into wherever your starting area is, and then it's like, you don't do that at this moment in time. You go do other things, and you're like, what? Why am I doing the main stuff, or am I doing side stuff? It's a bit confusing, but basically you get plopped into this war between the factions, the three factions, and I think you do a bit of that first, then you get your main stuff, and they got some really, really awesome voice actors in. They got John Cleese, which is awesome. They got Dumbledore. Is it Michael Gambon? That's not Michael Gambon. Is it Michael Gambon? No. Who played Dumbledore? I forgot. I'll check quickly. To Google. It was Dumbledore. It was Dumbledore. It was Michael Gambon. See, my knowledge astounds even me. So yeah, they got Michael Gambon in here. They got some other voice actors you'll probably know. So the voice acting cast is great, and they're awesome voice actors. There's no doubt. So got to go light the signal fire. Okay. How do we get up there? Do we go round or do we go that way? Where's the map? I'm guessing. Is it this way or is it that? It looks like we've got to go down here. So, I say again, I recommend buying this game because I think it's great. Maybe it was a really bad game when it came out, but I don't think it's a bad game anymore. I think it's a great MMO, a great MMO. It has some of the best content in it that MMOs have, and it's one of the best MMOs that doesn't have a subscription right now. So, that's a bear. Oh god. The combat's great. Early progression is great. Early loot is great. There's voice acting. Some of the quests are hit and miss, but the main stuff is really good. Oh god. The combat is action-packed, action-focused. None of this. You feel like you're playing it. Even in Guild Wars 2, and I love Guild Wars 2. I love the combat in Guild Wars 2. It's different. It's different to this. But in Guild Wars 2, it kind of feels like you're playing a one-man strategy game where you're controlling one character, but you're not playing that character. You're just controlling him. But I still love that. I still love the combat. I still think it's great. But in this, you feel like you're actually playing the character, which is a thing that, for me, I haven't found in an MMO yet. I've said this with a lot of MMOs. With Guild Wars 2, I said that this is a great MMO for people who haven't played MMOs. With Defiance, I said that. And with this, I think I'll say that again. I think this is, for the layman, it still may be a bit confusing in terms of MMOs, you know, the way they do the story, the way they make you level up to do the story, which is a bit weird. But it's a great MMO for people who haven't played MMOs, I think, because you can just do stuff without being confused, and some of the combat, you know, the combat isn't this boring at the beginning. It isn't this boring, just press 1 over and over again and stand still. It has this action combat straight from the start, and it feels great. Okay, so you can be hidden, and I think you can get, well, that guy just ruined that, but I think you can get, I'm not sure if you can get critical hits or not. I'm not sure about that. So crates here, some water skin. Oh shit. Did you see that guy just spawned out Finnair? And that guy did as well. There we go. Now you can do the things, you can do basically all the things you could do in Skyrim in terms of interact with the world, apart from a few things. You can't pick up everything, but they do a good job of making it feel like you can. And you've respawned again. What's this? Oh, nothing. Now the frame rate is pretty good. It'll run on a lot of things. This is on almost max settings, so the frame rate is a little bit goes down at times, but it will run on a lot of things, which is good. Battle axe, helmet. Oh yeah, I forgot to put the thing on I got. Your inventory is full. What? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So I'm going to go back to the weapons I was using previously, which were where are you? There we go. Drop a few things. Destroy. Yes. There is crafting in the game. Apparently the game has a really good crafting system, which is nice to hear because I did a lot of crafting in Skyrim. So maple shield here. When I heard, when the game launched, when I heard that like enemies only dropped 1 gold or 2 gold, I was like, that's fucking stupid. But they seem to have fixed that, because that doesn't seem to happen anymore. They seem to drop, you know, varying amount of gold. You know, get lots of gold or you know, a couple gold, but it doesn't seem anywhere near as silly as it did before. I want that. No. To destroy this? I think I destroy it. And if this is your first MMO, I definitely recommend it, because it'll be a great new experience for you with the familiarity of the Elder Scrolls universe. So I definitely recommend it. Okay. So now I can't use the abilities with that staff, but I can still use my sorcery abilities, which is awesome. And the music is awesome. It's a great relaxing game. It's a game I feel like you could play for hours. It's a slow game, but the Skyrim series and the Elder Scrolls series are. Like I said, if you like the Elder Scrolls games, I don't see why you wouldn't like it. I cannot see why not. I feel like you'll love it just as much. Maybe not as much, because it's not as good as them. It's not as perfect. It's an MMO. They've had to cut down on some of the things, but I still think you will love the experience. There you go. Hey. Oh, don't do that. Yeah, you're dead. Oh, fuck. I didn't mean to fall then. No, I did not mean to fall. That was hilarious. Come here. Now, I've got to mention there is a stamina bar and there is a magic bar, which you probably expect it to be a mana bar, but there is a stamina bar, just like Skyrim, and you can sprint, you can do heavy attacks, but heavy attacks don't take stamina, which is a bit weird. As you see, that guy, that lady dropped 7 gold. I think there's a dodge button. Is there a dodge button? I don't remember what the dodge button is. I don't know. I know there is one. Is there a dodge button? We'll check the controls quickly. Gameplay, combat clues, double tap dodge. Allows you to double tap. I turn that off because that's stupid, and I hate that. Now there is this thing called area loot. So if, say for instance, you kill 5 enemies and 3 of the 5 enemies drop loot, if you go up to one body, press search, you'll loot all the enemies in that area, which is a really nice feature. Controls are here. Where's the dodge? Roll dodge, not bound. Brilliant. Press a key in the box. Okay. What should we have it? I don't know. I don't know what's on here. Control. Interrupt. Use synergy. Is Q used for anything? I don't know. I don't think so. So we'll use Q. There's already a primary bind for quick slot item. Ah. Brilliant. You can have 2 binds for each movement or combat thing, which is great for people who are picky about their controls and key bindings. What should we have it on? It doesn't matter, we won't do it now. It'll be fine. I guess we could talk back and then we'll end the video, because I think this has been a long enough video already. It's basically a first impressions video from a layman's standpoint on MMOs. But like I said, I recommend it. Don't buy it for freaking Steam because it's way too expensive. Buy it off Amazon. Buy it somewhere other than Steam. Buy it off Amazon. Oh god, what's happened? Uh-oh.
Too many. There were just
What happened?
the Covenant.
No. Damn it.
They set fire to the village.
You could still really get into it, just like a Skyrim.
Tried to protect the Earth Turner family and the rest of the farmers. Denska headed to the bunkhouse. Ira tried to take shelter in my home. Then the soldiers set fires, laughing. Please, you have to get water. Save our people. I came to warn you, but the troops, they caught up to me. You can't. Don't come back for me. Just get Ira, Denska, Litract, and Trinhild. I didn't see where they went. Rana's at the old tomb. Tell her. I forgive her.
No. Oh well. It's on fire. Where? Oh god, everything's on fire. Oh dear. The roof is on fire. We don't need no water. Let the motherfucker burn. Pick up the water. Well, I appreciate it. Extinguish the house fire. How? Okay, where? Oh shit. Die. Aha. Ah, she had the maple lightning staff. Oh no! No! Betsy! Damn it. What house fire? Oh, that house fire. Oh. It's like, what house fire? Oh. Okay. I got you. Oh god. Did that work? I think I may... Did that... Oh, I'm on fire. Are you gonna help me? Did that work? Or did I fuck it up? I think I keep... There we go. I keep interrupting my own things by accident. Because I'm an idiot. What? What are you doing? What are you doing? Are you evil? You're an evil bastard as well. I think I'm gonna die. It's not good. We're fine. So if you block at the right time, they'll get stunned. If you hit them, they'll get knocked on the floor, which is pretty cool. Feel pretty badass doing that.
The soldiers chased me in here. I thought I might burn alive.
You can make it if you run. Hurry, get to the tomb.
I can make it. Thank you.
Extinguish the other house fire. This is going to be a long process. Oh dear. How does fire start in snow? How dare you, scumbags.
The soldiers are everywhere. Where's Tilrani? I thought I'd be safe with her. I bet she's there now. I'll see her there. Thank you.
Dick. How dare you? You burn innocent people. Innocent women and children. Oh god. Item durability loss. Your equipment loses durability each time you die. But I haven't. Okay, that's a bit weird. Doop-a-doo. Doop-a-boo.
I just couldn't help it. I ran. I'm sorry. Kind protect me. Thank you. I'll go.
So just like in Skyrim, you can freely, well, depending on who you are. I like to change between back and forth on the quite regularly, simply because. Hey, you. As you can see, some great animation work. It's more arcadey, I would say, than Skyrim is. I think Skyrim is maybe a bit more realistic. You know, as realistic a fantasy game can be. But you know what I mean. You know what I mean. As you can see, you can pick up flowers around the place. Are you an enemy? No. Now, I just want to show you quickly, you can change the FOV, which is good. You can change head bob. You can change rotation speed. So that's good. The field of view is a bit close, at least for me, to begin with.
Tilrani told us to run. I thought of the water and all those calm days in the surf. What was I thinking? Yes, my family. I should go to them. Here I go.
Goodbye. There is fast travel in the game, but you have to pay gold to do it, just like in every MMO, which is a bit of a weird concept for me. Is this what this place is? Okay. I was wondering why I couldn't go in here before. I was like, why can't I go in? I think I found out why.
Welcome back. The villagers you rallied are ready to move. I just wish we could have done more.
Yes.
Are you ready to get off? Way through the tomb. The locals
Wait, what?
last rest.
What the hell just happened? Did you see that, or was I the only one who saw that? My screen went black for a second. That was weird.
I've studied a map of the tomb's layout, but I never dared to enter. This place
It's probably full of Drago. Or Drago. Okay, I'm gonna guess and say we're gonna see Drago. It's a doggy! Oh. Last rest. Here we go. This is cool.
Two switches will shut these traps off. We need
Oof.
to hit them at the same time. Get the one on the far wall. I'll hit mine when you do.
Oh god. Traps. It's not good. Oh dear.
Darj, bring them through.
Wait for the refugees. And so you can go in urns. Good stuff. Some of the texture work is iffy, I would say. But it's fine on the whole.
Greetings. So many dead because of me. I don't know if I'll be able to live with myself after this. They need a leader, but they're stuck with me. I needed to unlock a door deeper inside the tomb. That door will have stones with flower symbols upon it. Get through the door behind me. I'll see you soon.
Inventory's full. God damn it. You can buy backpack upgrades for money in game, not real money. At least when I was playing it in February I could. Maybe they've changed. I don't know. Hopefully they haven't. Iron Greaves. Oh shit. I should have put them on. Just like in Skyrim or any RPG, frickin' your thing will just get shat on with loot. You get so much. Hey, do you want this loot? Well, yes, but I can't take it. Yes. Yes. Get rid of it. I should have sold some stuff. Just like Skyrim. Okay. Let's go. Oh dear. Aha! Oh no. Where's the Drago gone then? See if I hit them while they're stunned, they go down. Got all these urns all over the place. You can take them. Lockpicking is in the game. Lockpicking is good. I haven't seen that in this video, but there is lockpicking. I've done it. It's fun. It's great. You find some really cool loot in there. That's why this video is so long. It's hard to show you all the aspects of the game, at least early game, in terms of gameplay features. But now with the launch of the Tamriel Unlimited Edition, the game has everything you would expect in an Elder Scrolls game. I mean, I would go... Oh, fuck. Ow. I would go as far to say that this game has better combat than Skyrim does. But I like the combat of Skyrim. I always did. It's basic, but it's good. But it's basic. The combat in here is definitely more complex, more stuff you can do. Oh dear. Oh, what the? Oh, okay, I was unlocking the door for you. Get that shit out of me.
Almost out. I'll unlock the door at the bottom of the stairs. In the next room, there's another switch I'll need you to trigger.
Oh dear. Like I said, I still don't understand why everyone's like, it feels like a crappy Elder Scrolls. I'm like, really? It feels like a really good Elder Scrolls Online MMO. It feels like a really good MMO of the Elder Scrolls. Definitely not without its flaws, obviously. I mean, bookshelves. As you can see, you got all your books. Got all your books you can learn skills from. All your books. Hello. It makes some compromises for the fact that it's an MMO. But other than that, it does things as just as well. Maybe not as well. Just because it's an MMO.
Cove should be just beyond this door. I'll go on ahead. Wait for the rest of them here.
Okay. How come she's got snow effects on her feet and I don't? Well, I do. You do, as you can see. They disappear. Waiting 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy birthday! Oh wait. Oh shit. Uh-oh. That's not good. Where do they go? Oh dear. Are they dead? Oh shit. Oh, are they... Oh wow.
Hello there.
So we're going to end it here. I don't want to go any further. As you can see, it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool stuff like this. Pretty cool areas, big areas. Got some great music in the game. The game has great combat. Great voice acting. The only thing I would say is some of the quality of the quest will change depending on where you're at. Or just depending on what quest you're doing, which is unfortunate. It's a sacrifice, you know, for the fact it's an MMO. Another problem with it is that enemies will spawn out of thin air, which is kind of slightly, it is immersion breaking, there's no doubt. Texture popping. But other than that, it's a really good game. I don't see what's wrong with it. I know it's not the best game ever, and it's not the best MMO ever. Of course it's not. I mean, it's certainly not as good as Skyrim, but what game is? No, I'm joking. But what game? Skyrim is a really good game. It's not without its flaws, but a lot of the flaws are forgivable. In this game, I would say some of the flaws are less forgivable. Maybe, I don't know if that's because it's, you know, it's not Elder Scrolls 6. I don't know if that's the reason, or if it's just the fact that it's an MMO and some people like to just hate on MMOs, but it's some, like I said, it feels like an Elder Scrolls game. It feels like an Elder Scrolls game with other people in it. That's what it feels like. It feels like that, and it's really, when I first played it, it really impressed me how much they captured the feel of an Elder Scrolls game. So, like I said, I recommend it. Recommend buying it. Play around with a few characters. If you're the type of person who, you know, is really OCD about getting their right character, play around with a few characters because you can skip the tutorial. Try a different few starting areas. It doesn't feel like a pain in the ass to make a new character like it does in a lot of MMOs and even RPGs. In a lot of MMOs, it's like, okay, I want to try another character, but I can't be asked to go through that bit again. It doesn't do that to you, and because there's so many things you can, there's like when you, like I said, when you start in your starting area, there's like 10 quests you could do. So even if you try a different class and go to the same starting area, there's still loads of different things you can do. it's really good. It's really good. Don't buy it off Steam, like I said, buy it off somewhere else, Amazon. But I definitely recommend it. I definitely recommend it. So that's my first impressions of the Elder Scrolls Online Tamriel Unlimited Edition. Runs alright. So say it drops frame rate at times, but I mean you could put the settings down a bit, and then Mo is probably going to have that. It doesn't run as well as Guild Wars 2, but Guild Wars 2 looks better, and Guild Wars 2's been out for a lot longer, so I guess they've had more time to optimize it. The graphics are okay. They're not great. Some of the effects look really cool. Play it, buy it, and play it. Buy it and play it. That's what I say. I recommend it. I recommend buying it. I recommend playing it. I don't see what's wrong with it. I would love for more people to tell me what was wrong with it, because right now I don't see much wrong with it. That is Elder Scrolls Online Tamriel Unlimited First Impressions. Bye. One last thing I would just like to add is that it's a very slow game, and it may take you a couple hours to get into it, but that happened with me with Skyrim. At least I didn't like Skyrim when I first played it. I didn't. It took me at least 10 hours to get into the game. I would say that's less of an issue with this, because you're thrust into it a lot quicker than Skyrim. You're thrust into some more interesting elements, more interesting parts of the story quite quickly. So it's definitely more engaging at first, and it gives you more reason to keep playing in terms of really cool loot. So just wanted to add that. It's an RPG, it's an MMO RPG, it's gonna be slow to begin with, so keep that in mind.